Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Anything Blows. My name is Andrew, and today I'm proud to be at the home of British boxing and the mecca of British boxing. Proud to be joined by the one, the only Chris Kongo, one of the best welterweights in the country and in the world right now. Chris, how you doing, my man?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
I'm great. It's been since last October since I last saw you. So before we get on to your fight news, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. Can't complain. Just back on it, back training as usual. Well, I've been back for a while anyway, so I don't stay too far away, so I just do my thing, man. You know me.
And last October, I had asked you because an incident spewed last August, last September, and who are we to know that the fight would officially get made and come to 2024 March at the O2 Arena, co-main event. Is it correct to say one of the biggest nights of your life, if not the biggest?
Yeah, 100%. It was a massive fight. I had been out for such a long time, and the build-up with me and Florian had been about 3-4 years, and yeah, it was massive. It was massive.
And talk about that Wembley card. So when he fought on the Joshua versus Pulev undercard, was it contractually that he wanted to fight you at super welterweight, but he wouldn't take 2-3 pounds over?
No, it was welterweight, but he didn't. He wanted to fight at the championship weight with no title on the line, so it didn't make sense. And he come overweight, so it just didn't make sense to me.
And what title did he fight for on that night, or what title
was that? He didn't fight for a title.
He fought Jamie Stewart and he drew. But what title would that have been?
That wouldn't have been a title. It was a non-title fight.
Against you, I mean.
Against me, yeah. So it is what it is.
And would you have been game then and ready to fight him then?
Of course, I was ready from then. So everybody knows me anyway. I always stay ready, always doing my thing, always in the gym. So I don't stay too far away.
And talk about the Twitter tension back online, because as you did say, when you saw him at that Boazzi versus Aziz presser, so you can say all of this smack online, I'm not going to swear, we can say all of this S word online, but when it's in person, it wasn't the same vibes. And now it's all said and done, and we'll go on to the fight. Do you feel there's still tension there, or do you feel like it was spewed up out of just back and forth social media?
Nah, I think it's done now, man. You know what I mean? Unless, obviously, he's saying he wants a rematch. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see. I got options now, so I'm going to explore all of them before I even look at his.
And before we go on to the actual fight, talk about that there, because I've got to give you the utmost respect. How calm and composed you managed to say. He pushed you, he shoved you. You said who you're trying to grab, and you stayed composed, and you said tomorrow night, you don't draw against journeymen, and you showed them wrong. And then going into the arena, you brought out noisy, mega superstar, hostile atmosphere. You managed to keep your composure. You stood your ground.
Yeah, of course. That's what I do, The crowd, like I said, crowds don't win fights, fights win fights. And the crowd clearly couldn't help him that night. So went there, done what I had to do, got the job done, and I came out victorious.
And let's go on to the night. Chris Kongo versus Florian Marku for the WBA? Ibo Intercontinental Welterweight Championship. And when did you know that title was on the line? Because it was got announced last minute.
Yeah, no, but we knew like a couple of weeks before. So he knew a couple of weeks before as well. And he tried to say he only knew fight week to make championship weight when he really didn't. He would have known. Same time I would have known.
And talk about that there, just before we go on to the fight again, two things I want to pick up. How calm and composed can you say at the press conference where he's taking a mick out of your suit, he's trying to get the crowd riled up, he's trying to talk for the TV, and you're just there calm and composed, and as I said, actions speak louder than words.
Of course. I stayed calm and collected. I didn't want to give him too much energy. So I just stayed cool. And I knew that going into the fight, once the first bell rings, I'm going to do the business. And I'm going to go in there and prove to myself and prove to him and let him know that this ain't no games. We're really fighting now. And I've done it.
Before we go on to the actual fight, talk about that there. Do you believe he had a hand injury? And how do you say he's so composed where, like you said, it feels like Floyd versus McGregor where he has a whole fan base, a whole nation, a whole army behind him, and you managed to stay calm and composed and the one-man army, and you came out victorious?
Of course. Going back on the injury, I think his manager should be ashamed of himself for letting a fighter go out and fight there. His coach as well, I'm so surprised about his coach, letting him go out there and fight there with an injury. But there was a video spurring around of him getting a cortisone injection in his hand. So that would have helped him. So it doesn't matter. He could punch this wall here. He wouldn't feel it with a cortisone injection. So what kind of excuse is that now? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I don't look at them excuses. I won. That's it. Don't make no excuses.
And like I said, they were always going to try to take it away from you because they said they picked you, they chose you, they thought this is the right time to get Chris Kongo, and you showed them wrong and defending your home turf in South London. So, going to the fight, is it fair enough to say career best performance today?
Yeah, 100%. We just had the game plan right. We already knew what I was gonna do. We already knew what he was gonna do. We just had the game plan right, man. I mean, look at everyone in our team. We're all elite fighters down our gym, so it was only bound for that to happen. Look at AJ's last performance beforehand. Look at all the boys, Luke, Royston, everyone. We're all performing at a high level, bro. So it was only right.
And break down the performance and what were you most impressed with from round 1 to round 10, because you used your jab, you used your distance, and as you said, the world was impressed and Chris Kongo took over the O2 Arena that night.
100%. Just went there, stuck to the game plan, stayed disciplined, and got the victory. That's it.
And just before we move on from this Florian Marku saga, just before we move on from Florian Marku, could you entertain a rematch? Because I know their team are looking for it.
Well, they got to come with the right figures, you know. Money talks now. It's time for me to make some money. So if they're throwing the bag, let's go. Let's get this. And I know they probably are. So like I said, I'm exploring my other options because I've got other options. And I'll come on to that later, you know. So let's see.
Owen Cooper versus Echo Esman for the European and English title. Could you see a rematch with Esman or a fight with Owen?
Yeah, I've never seen this Owen guy before. Owen Cooper, I don't even know him. A rematch with Echo, definitely. He's gonna be looking for one now after his last loss. If he comes victorious against this guy, I don't even know his name, but if he's victorious, then he can come and see me, you know. But let's see how it goes.
And do you have any other names such as Conor Benn or anyone in the welterweight division in the country and globally?
Not at the moment, but I don't really call people out, but let's see how it goes.
And how much did it mean to you to win the how much did it mean to you to win the IBO Intercontinental Welterweight Championship and silence all the haters?
Well, as I always say, I let my actions do the talking and I stay quiet. And even after the victory, I've stayed quiet. I haven't said anything.
I love to hear it, and I want to ask you, because you're composed, you're humble, how do you not let these get to your mind? And you post it on your story, you laugh at it, you show it off to the fans, you show it off to the people.
Talking, they're just words, man. How can they hurt me, you know? They're just words. They don't mean nothing to me. So I just let them do what they want to do whatever they want to say, whatever they want to say. And I just keep doing my thing, bro.
And just before I let you go, wait, sorry, I had one last question. What was it? Sorry, my mind went baffled. Just before I let you go, Millwall fan, I'm a West Ham fan. Is it coming home in the summer?
100%, it's coming home.
100% it's coming home.
No doubt.
And ladies and gentlemen, Chris Kongo. Oh, that was my final question. Last time I interviewed you here in October, we were here for your stablemate and great friend, John Robertson. How do you see John Robertson doing at the Indigo? And are you going to be there for that fight?
I'll definitely be there, and I'm sure he's going to get the victory, no doubt.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Kongo and the new why do I keep saying WBA? And the new IBO Intercontinental Welterweight Championship. God bless you, my man.
God bless you.